Welcome back to Action 2 News at 6. With no deal on the government shutdown, Wisconsin's SNAP benefits program, FoodShare, will not be able to put food on the table for thousands of Wisconsin families next month as it will run out of government funding. Victoria Frazier reports on how local food pantries are preparing for an influx of people in need.
Any interruption in benefits is already starting to cause major worry in the community and an increase in people attending food pantries.
Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin serves nearly 500,000 people every year. The last food share benefits were delivered on October 15th, with the next round of benefits set for November 2nd through the 15th, a concern for many who rely on food assistance as the government shutdown continues.
Food share benefits never fully fill a family's grocery benefits. The average family gets about $75 a week in grocery benefits. So you can think about how that might apply to your own family's grocery budget. And if people run out of benefits, which they almost always do, that's when they visit food pantries.
The Door County Community Foundation is supporting local pantries with a fund that's raised over $400,000 from community donations since it was created in 2020.
We just harvested 2,000 pounds of produce in partnership with Gathering Ground on Washington Island, and that produce is infused throughout all 10 food pantries in Door County. So we use the fund here at the Community Foundation to pay for different food assets and resources that allow our food pantries to stay stocked and vibrant.
Pantries like Sturgeon Bay Community Church are a part of the Door County Food Pantry Coalition. Food pantry leader Mike Longley says their numbers have doubled since 2024, seeing about 130 visitors every month.
Knowing that we can help them in a time of need, listen to if they want to talk and discuss their circumstances. We try to listen to them and develop relationships with them and see if there's other things we can do to help them out.
The Sturgeon Bay Community Pantry is open every Friday except for holidays from 9 until noon. Reporting in Sturgeon Bay, Victoria Frazier, Action 2 News.